What's going on, guys? Today we're here to talk about the downfall of Marvel. Iron Fist.
The fuck? The fuck? What in the entire hell? What? Bro.
Now, it's been a couple weeks since it's been out.
I had to take a week off before we could discuss this shit.
Yeah, it's awful. I would watch for the 13 hours that we spent watching Iron Fist. I'd watch Batman vs Superman over and over. Ooh. And that's how bad Iron Fist is to me.
I would watch X3 and Days of Future Past back to back.
He said X3. Oh my goodness. Oh man.
What I mean, like,
what is?
This is spoilers, right? There's no need for reaction.
Yeah,
because if you watch this, bro,
you want to know what we feel.
Either you want to know or you don't care. Because this shit. All right, straight up, the beginning of this was amazing only because it was Outcast, so fresh and so clean, and I had good vibes. I said, this is how they starting off.
Mm-hmm.
The first couple episodes. And this is after I didn't heard everybody's like, this is the most garbage, shittiest thing ever. And I was just like, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Not so bad.
Not that bad.
Got to episode 6. Not so bad.
I felt around episode 6, found myself on my phone a lot of the times. But I'd glance and just trying to hear what's going on.
Mm-hmm. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13.
That last fucking episode.
13?
It made this whole series from it's okay because I want to watch Defenders to, man, fuck this shit. Let's start off with my biggest gripe, and I know it's your biggest gripe of the whole thing, the fight scenes.
Oh, fuck. The absolute worst.
Get a motherfucker that can fight.
Yeah.
Get a motherfucker that knows some karate, some kung fu, some taekwondo. I don't take anything. Anything. He could have known the drunken style that the nigga kicked his ass with.
Yeah.
Bro, it looked like me being an action hero. Yeah. And I'm a big slow nigga.
It just wasn't convincing.
He looked like he had 100-pound weight vest on, trying to throw punches and kicks and shit.
It's like while they were filming this, they had a guy on the side doing the moves, and then he would just look over and be like...
Yeah, he's reading the fight teleprompter.
Fight teleprompter.
What the fuck?
It was like...
Fuck!
It's like watching people dance or some bullshit.
It looked like that nigga was underwater.
Yeah. It was terrible.
I mean... The best fight scenes, by far, Culling Wing in a cage match. Culling Wing is the redeemable factor of this entire fucking show.
That's absolute facts. She's jumped up onto the Bay list.
Bay.
I need me some Colleen Wing in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But she needs to drop that Iron Fist fucking Danny Rand nigga because he gets played.
All the time.
He gets played.
Second biggest gripe of this whole fucking thing. How are you going to have a main character that gets played the entire series by everybody?
Every other fucking episode, he's getting played. Come the fuck on. You were trained by monks, nigga, the wisest of the wise, and you getting played by everybody.
And like you're getting overly mad when you're supposed to be in control of your emotions because you didn't master this shit.
I am the Iron Fist, but I'm not supposed to be doing this.
But I'm not.
It's not the ways of the Iron Fist. Well, nigga, how the fuck did you become the Iron Fist? All right, you seem very unqualified. Did you fall into that shit? Oh, it's because he's white. Yeah. Affirmative action.
You know them niggas at the monastery is mad as fuck.
Mad as fuck.
His homeboy came through. He was mad as fuck. He was like,
mad as fuck.
nigga, and I believed in you, and I waited. I waited on the sideline.
I just like, fuck, man. This show really sucked. Really sucked.
Yeah.
The villains all suck. Well, first off, let's talk about Ward's dad, Harold.
Bro, no, that's the end. That's at the
You
end.
want to save it for the end?
No. Let's talk about it now. What the fuck? So you mean to no? Are we gonna talk about like him at the end or him overall?
I don't give a fuck what we talk about this guy. He shouldn't have been a fucking villain. All right?
No, he should have been a villain. He should have not been the main villain.
When Ward killed him, I was like, cool. We don't need that nigga.
If Ward had stepped into his place, it would have been way better.
I would have loved
Definitely.
it. I would have loved it.
Definitely.
But, oh my God. When he woke up in the lake, I was like, what the fuck, man? What is this?
No, my biggest gripe was the whole thing is like, you mean to tell me that a motherfucker that's been on house arrest for 10 years and he takes training from an MMA dude and he's going to go one-on-one with the Iron Fist at the end and it's going to be a believable fight? I gave the side eye to this whole fucking final episode.
Oh, yeah.
I gave a bitch nigga please to the whole end of this episode.
Bro.
Are you shitting me? How? How, Sway?
Houseway.
How?
Come on. Like, as much as I hated, what was his name? Bakudo? Yeah, it was Bakudo. Bakudo, the master of Colleen Wing.
The master of the hand?
First off, I didn't like that nigga because he was in Revenge of the Fallen, the worst Transformers movie of all time, and he was a bitch nigga in that movie.
I mean...
And when I was like, see, Marvel, when people complained about the whitewashing, I was like, you know what? Danny Rand's always been white.
Yeah, I had no problem with it.
I had no problem.
I had no problem. You know what?
But you could have used way more Asian actors, especially for the role of Colleen Wing Sensei. Is a fucking Latina Latin dude. Like, no, I have no beef with that. But how is he a major player in the hand?
Because he was, the Iron Fist of the hand. He was the Iron Hand.
He was the Iron. It just doesn't make sense.
I mean, look. I have no problem that the dude was white. I had a problem that the dude was white and couldn't fight. You mean to tell me there ain't no white dudes that know Kung Fu?
Jason Statham.
Karate? Taekwondo?
Off top. Jason Statham would have been perfect for this role.
I would take a jujitsu. And he did jujitsu, which is boring as fuck, by the way.
Yeah,
but it's strategic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He just throws and hip tosses and shit like that. I would have took that.
And nigga, you're the Iron Fist. Why don't you use that shit more?
Because he has to realign his chi.
Oh my God. Like,
his chi had to be there.
I'll tell you what they should have done, right? There was not enough material or story for 13 hours. This could have been a 2.5 hour. No, I don't even want that.
Nope.
Hour and 45-minute Netflix movie.
No.
And you can cut out all that bullshit with Ward and whatever her name was.
But you would not have been able to go put him in a Defender series in any. People would have cared about him way less than they do now.
Well, they should have introduced him in the Defender series instead of giving him a whole fucking show.
I think that is probably the best. That would have been the best thing. Put him in a Defender series and then had his show afterwards.
Yeah.
Because then it would have been, we already had our Iron Fist.
Yeah.
and then it would kind of show like an origin story, and then maybe it wouldn't be so bad because we already seen a badass version of Iron Fist in the Defenders.
Right. But yeah, this was absolute garbage.
Which takes me to my third point, and the third most bullshit thing about this whole fucking series. You mean to tell me there's no guns in the entire series?
Yeah.
You ain't carrying a gun. Does Danny Rand block bullets?
Right.
You mean to tell me out of all your securities and all the security he had to go through and shit, none of these niggas is holding pistols? I mean, he done broke into your building several times. You mean these niggas are not holding pistols or fucking guns yet? How?
It's wild.
How? Where'd all the guns go?
This show is like devoid of logic.
We're just watching Luke Cage again, and there's plenty of fucking guns here.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's plenty of guns in Jessica Jones. Yeah. And I know damn well there's plenty of guns in Daredevil.
Oh yeah. It's just it was stupid. And then, right? Every other Netflix special, it gave an homage to the original costume, right?
No green or yellow here.
No green and yellow here.
Nope.
They said, fuck that.
Not once.
We're just going to shit on everything Iron Fist.
Everything Iron Fist.
I would immediately recast after Defenders.
You can't.
Oh, I would.
You can't. I know you would, but you can't. You ain't got the board.
Don Cheadle is War Machine. I can do it.
Well, no. See, that's a whole different situation.
No.
That is completely different.
Completely different nigga.
No, that's a completely different situation.
The original one.
Okay, that's because Terrence Howard, after the first Iron Man, didn't believe that it was going to be a big thing, and he wanted way more money.
I don't give a shit.
Don Cheadle said, fuck that, let me slide up in them DMs and become the WM.
People are okay with the fact that Don Cheadle is War Machine.
Because it wasn't a whole series based off of Iron Man.
I don't give a shit. Apologize, Marvel. Apologize. Okay?
Goddamn snowflake.
I mean, god damn, man. He just he put this nigga through training or something. That's all I need.
You know what I think it was too? I think it felt like they rushed this. They rushed this. They had to put it out.
Yeah.
Where the other ones, I believe, had more time to do shit.
Yeah, I didn't need all that stuff with Ward and his sister, and Ward being a fucking crackhead.
I mean, it was cool, but who gives a fuck? In the end, what does it matter?
It doesn't matter at all.
What does it matter that Danny Rand runs his company or not? Is he really going to be able to Bruce Wayne that shit?
Fuck.
No, he's not going to Bruce Wayne that shit.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm excited for the Defenders. I mean, at least it's not like the DC universe where like now I'm just fucking like fuck every movie. Like after Superman, I was like cool. Batman vs Superman, I was like, man, but it's alright. Suicide Squad's gonna come. Run that shit. After Suicide Squad, now I'm just like, I don't believe you. I want Wonder Woman to be good. I want to see it. I want to be fucking blown away.
I want a lot of things.
I want to watch Justice League and be like, hell yeah, that is the shit.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the trailer either.
Nope, I don't believe none of that shit.
I wish I did. I wish I had faith. I love Jason Momoa. You know? But is he alone going to be good enough for Justice League? And I love Ben Affleck's Batman. Are they alone? Can they survive Zack Snyder being a terrible fucking director? No. That was their problem from the get-go.
Yeah.
Once you got the terrible review from Batman vs. Superman, you move on from directors. You don't
keep them.
Stay the course.
Yeah.
Okay? And they better not do this for Iron Fist. You better get the motherfuckers that directed The Raid and Raid Redemption.
Oh, wait a minute. That's what I remember. The motherfucker that directed this shit directed the last 4 seasons of Dexter.
I never watched Dexter.
Anybody that watched Dexter, you gonna feel me on this. Dexter should have ended after season 4. After that shit, it became trash. It was because it's the same nigga that did Iron Fist. I just remember that shit. That's all I was hoping. Man, fuck that nigga.
Yeah, I'm big on like finding out who directors are and what they did previously.
Damn, I should have fucking
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And
Should have got
that
his name.
says it all right there. Okay.
Because Dexter was such a great show, bro. Like, I know you don't watch shows like that.
Yeah.
Dexter was that nigga.
Yeah.
And after season 4, that season 4 ender, and people gonna know what I'm talking about, it should have ended there.
Okay.
Even though you wouldn't have got a resolve from what happened, if it ended there with John Lithgow, that would have been dope. But they kept on going, and then it just got shitty.
Yeah.
Until fucking Dexter, the fucking lumberjack.
Yeah. So
Pissed.
let's go ahead and rank the Netflix Marvel shows.
So we're gonna do it by we're gonna split up Daredevil season 1 and season 2.
Yep. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw. Well, I haven't watched Peggy Carter. I was gonna say let's throw in all the shows.
No, I ain't watched none of that shit.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do
the bottom
so
anyway.
we got what, 5, right?
We got 5.
All right, so it's starting for number 1 for me, Daredevil season 2. I love Punisher. I love that the Kingpin was back.
Mm.
I love the fight scenes in there. There was some killer shit in there. Number 2 for me was Luke Cage. Obvious.
Obviously.
Number 3 to me was Daredevil season 1. Number 4 was Jessica Jones. And number 10 is Iron Fist.
I agree with that whole list.
Because we're just going to leave a whole bunch of space for whatever Marvel wants to make. Because it's going to be better than Iron Fist was.
It's completely disrespectful to put Iron Fist anywhere near Jessica Jones. Because Jessica Jones was enjoyable, and Iron Fist was a pile of shit.
Yeah.
So, I agree with the whole thing. I think...
I'm excited for Defenders.
I think Luke Cage and season 2 of Daredevil are very close.
Very close.
So it'd be like 1A, 1B for me. And then Daredevil season 1's right after that. Just because Kingpin is probably our best villain
I
in
love
Marvel.
Kingpin. I fucking love that dude. I love Kingpin.
He's the best. And I cannot wait to see more of him. Defenders, more of the other Defenders and less Danny Rand,
If you bring Danny Rand back, don't do season 2 of Iron Fist. Just do fucking Heroes for Hire.
Do Heroes for Hire, and don't even go near fucking Ward and whatever. I don't even remember that Joy. Don't even go near them. No. Okay.
Don't trust a nigga named Ward.
Exactly. What?
That nigga's
That's
name.
a last name.
And I'm sorry if any of our fucking subscribers or viewers is named Ward, but
if you're
you can unsubscribe.
if you're rich and you're white and your name Ward,
you're a dick.
Yeah,
you're a dick. You're just a dick. It's just, you're gonna be raised to be a fucking dick. Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Live with it,
yeah, guys, that was Iron Fist. The trials and tribulations. We don't have anything to see anytime soon. Next week we got, I think, Fate of the Furious.
Oh, that's coming out soon?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go rock.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I watch those movies.
I like Michelle Rodriguez.
She's cool, but I watch those movies because of The Rock.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How you gonna turn on family, Dom? But family is everything.
No more Coronas in that household. Yeah, so we'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully, we'll have a positive review because it's been a bunch of shit lately.
We started off strong 2016.
It was 17.
17. Yeah. Damn, I'm back in last year.
Yeah. 2017 was strong.
Ha!
Oh, we'll see.
Alright, like, comment, subscribe.
Deuces.
All those people in the comments telling me to watch Into the Badlands. I started with episode 1.
He started with episode 1 like a week ago.
What nigga would you want me to
procrastinating like a motherfucker,
man. Hey, man. I happen to be watching all sorts of shows.
If you're caught up, this shit's just getting better. I love season 2 so far.
WrestleMania was last night, so my mind's on wrestling now with my nigga Undertaker. I miss you, bro. GOAT. That's the only GOAT that exists.
That's true. That's very true. Well, in that case, rest in peace, Undertaker. And this is...
Dude, Undertaker.
Well, you know he didn't really die, but he's...